Angel alert! SunWest is continuing to slash turn times. Just weeks after announcing the 1-hour condition review time, SunWest is reviewing over 70% of conditions in under 40 minutes. From wherever you're at, drop your conditions into Morgan and don't miss a minute. At SunWest, we're continuously innovating because we believe your true home is always with it.
Loan originators at SunWest are free from origination details and stress. You too can be limitless and have it all. We don't have a pyramid of layers, and all of the commission is yours. All I want to do is make you money.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Christine Stewart. We're starting off the week with some breaking news. Detroit-based Rocket announced today that it'll pay the legal fees of brokers who violate crosstown rival UWM's Ultimatum and decide to send loans to Rocket. Our own Katie Jensen got an exclusive with Rocket's Mike Fawaz. Let's hear what he had to say.
We're going to give the broker community a bully shield.
You heard it here first. Executive Vice President of Rocket Pro TPO Mike Fawaz told us in an exclusive interview that the lender will cover penalties and resulting court costs for any broker wanting to get out of UWM's ultimatum. 2 years ago, UWM issued their ultimatum to brokers, forcing them to choose between working with them or Rocket in Fairway. However, no broker would be allowed to continue working with both lenders.
But there's no other way to put it. In my opinion, the ultimatum is immoral. The ultimatum reduces broker incomes, and the ultimatum increases the rates.
Fawaz says Rocket will pay the penalties and court costs of any broker who wants out of the contract. The broker is not required to do business with Rocket or pay them any money in return.
We are going to stand by every single broker that wants to get out of that anti-competitive agreement.
UWM is charging some brokers hefty fines. The company is suing America's Moneyline for $2.8 million for allegedly sending 560 loans to Rocket in Fairway. But Fawaz says that there's no limit to what Rocket is willing to cover.
When we made a decision to go out there and protect the broker community, the last thing we looked at was cost and numbers.
Asked whether Rocket anticipates UWM to retaliate or take legal action, Fawaz says that he isn't worried.
I haven't even thought about it for a second. I am not worried about it. My worry today is to make sure that the broker community understands that they have that optionality.
Fawaz says that he has not spoken to any brokers about this yet, but is expecting his phone to be ringing off the hook later today. UWM declined to comment. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Katie Jensen.
Thanks, Katie. In other news, a federal judge threw out a redlining claim against Chicago-based lender over comments he made on a radio show. The CFPB filed a lawsuit against Townstone Financial, claiming the company violated the Equal Credit Opportunity Act by making disparaging remarks about prospective loan applicants on the weekly show. But a federal judge sided with Townstone, who says the act only protects credit applicants, not prospective ones. The judge did call Townstone's comments odious and offensive, but ultimately ruled that the CFPB didn't have authority to sue Townstone. The CFPB attempted to crack down on Townstone for a series of comments, including allegedly saying that police were the only ones keeping the south side of Chicago, which is predominantly black, from turning into a war zone. Townstone owner Barry Sterner continued to defend himself this morning, saying that he's glad the court tossed the case. Quote, Townstone does not discriminate, and no one has ever complained about anything Townstone said on the radio or podcast. Coming up, we've got tips for people who are thinking of quiet quitting.
Morgan of SunWest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With SunWest, your true home is always within.
Welcome back. Work can feel like a grind, and that's especially true for the mortgage industry. You don't work a typical 9 to 5, even when business is good. And now that origination is down, it's hard to know when to punch out for the day. A recent trend on TikTok encouraged people to quiet quit their jobs rather than embrace the so-called hustle culture. But NMP insider Rebecca Tay says there's a better way to strike a balance.
Is it too high expectations? Is it the work is too monotonous? Is it like this not a good fit for me? Like, should I be in a different department?
Tay also suggests setting boundaries for yourself, letting clients know when you're not available or when you feel like you have too much on your plate. Ask your boss to help prioritize your tasks. Ultimately, you may need to be ready to quit, but Tay warns against simply slacking off at work because it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So if people around you see that, they're not going to want to, promote you or give you more different opportunities.
You can read all of Tay's advice at nmpmag.com. And finally, as we turn the page on the new year, National Mortgage Professional Magazine wants to feature you. Think back on your career. What is the best deal you ever made? Now, we're not talking about the biggest deal. We want to hear about the one that resonates with you personally. Did you help a single mom get into her dream home? Or maybe you met the love of your life. Was there a deal that turned your life around? Share your story with us at nmplink.com/bestdeal. The deadline for submissions is February 20th. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
I had to watch him go from so capable to a different person altogether, and it was really hard. We're hoping that this message gets to veterans out there who are in similar struggles. That's how fast Southwest works. It was truly amazing. It makes me very happy to know that there's a company out there that cares so much, that they go through so much to help, because we never expected this. Never.
SunWest understands that your success is built one family at a time. Visit sunwestpartners.com.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting. We're seeing lenders offering up cash incentives to lure first-time homebuyers. California-based New American Funding announced this morning that they're offering up to $8,000 to aid certain first-time homebuyers in select markets. Last week, Guaranteed Rate announced a similar $8,000 benefit for underserved borrowers in certain markets. New American says the benefit will help borrowers who are pre-qualified but otherwise face hurdles on the path to home ownership. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.